Hey, what's up, Switch leaders? It's Jeremiah. Hey guys, we had a great first night of Switch last Wednesday. It was just a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun too. We had a ton of new leaders, which is a great thing. We're going to have even more new leaders this Wednesday, and I'm really excited about it. So I've just heard a lot of great stories about the relationships that are already developing between you guys and your students. And one thing I wanted to point out in particular was how well Switch groups seemed to go last Wednesday as I was walking around. The students seemed very engaged and the conversation seemed very healthy, and I've just heard a lot of positive feedback about those relationships developing so far. We even had leaders getting their students up here on the weekend and sitting through the weekend message with their students, and man, that's just encouraging, and that's the stuff we love to see, and it just warms our hearts. So if you are not contacting your Switch students outside of Switch, just please do so. Send them a text, get on GroupMe, give them a phone call, whatever. Make plans to hang out, you and another leader, take them to the movies, take them to go get ice cream, whatever. Just this is your youth ministry, and that's your youth group, and so let's start developing those really important relationships with our students. So anyways, great job last Wednesday. A couple of things I wanted to run by you real quick because we have a lot of new leaders. Our leader meeting starts at 6:15 on Wednesdays in the auditorium, and as always, we have pizza. And right after the meeting, we have Life Kids going on for those of you guys with children. And also, we communicate a lot via text, and if you haven't texted in to our text message program, please do so. Just text the word SOC Switch, all one word, SOC Switch, to the number 44622, and you will be prompted, again, asking if you want to join. Just reply yes, and we'll go from there. And also, another way we communicate is on our Facebook page. We have a facebook.com/groups/Switch SOC Leaders. You can just type Switch SOC Leaders into search, and you'll have to ask permission to join, and of course we will accept you, and you will be part of our Facebook group for our Switch leaders. So that all being said, there's just one other thing I wanted to run by you real quick. We say it all the time that you guys are the youth pastors of your youth group, and this is your flock. This is your youth ministry. A lot of you guys have groups that are the normal size youth ministry for the average youth group in the nation, and so that's something I want you guys to understand. That's something I want you to kind of feel the weight of, and something that goes with that is you guys are actually the spiritual ceiling for your youth ministry, right? You can't lead a group of students past where you've never been spiritually. Okay, so if we expect our students to grow, we want to make sure that we're growing in our relationship with Christ too. And one way that we do that is obviously attending the weekend message. And for those of you that made it this weekend, you guys will know that Craig talked about one of our core values. One of our core values at Life Church is that we will lead the way with irrational generosity. And we truly believe that it is better to give than it is to receive. And that's something that we really do believe. We don't just believe it as a church, and we don't just believe it as a youth ministry, but we also believe it on an individual basis. So with that being said, I want to get the conversation going with you guys, and hopefully we can talk about this a little bit more on Wednesday. But what are some areas that you can grow and be more irrationally generous? Where are some areas that you can grow? Is it maybe more of your time? Maybe is it more giving to the church? What are some ways that we can not just give, not just be generous, but be irrationally generous? And the thing about being irrational is that implies you probably haven't thought of that yet. So let's take some time to think about that. Let's take some time to pray about that. And what are some ways that we can not just be generous, but be irrationally generous and lead the way doing so? And that we are bettering ourselves, we are growing spiritually, and that just has a positive effect on the students that we are leading every week at Switch. So anyways, I love you guys. I cannot wait to see you. I'll see everyone at 6:15 this Wednesday.